Hi everybody, welcome back to DAYZ on the PlayStation 4, and I've got some more modded, some more edited XML files for you Nitrado private server owners so that you can customize the DAYZ experience for your players on your private servers. So these will work on PlayStation and they will work on Xbox. They'll probably work on PC as well, actually, although you guys on PC do have a few more tools than we have on console, so you tend to do things in a slightly different way. Now, the idea behind this set of mods was to create some edits that would still keep the challenge of survival of DAYZ. You know, that first hour when you're a fresh spawn and you're struggling to find food and drink and get equipped, and then that sort of feeling throughout the game, but to introduce a few quality of life things and some fun things and some surprises as well. So what I'll do is I will read through my changelog, and it's very important to realise with these, and please do read the changelog. You'll find all the files linked down below. That we've tested this for probably, as of I'm making this video, we've probably tested them for about 5 days. And everything seems to be working fine, the server seems to be stable and all this sort of stuff. But you've got to remember, it's only with fairly small numbers. You know, I test this on a 10-person server, which normally doesn't get near to 10. Whereas if you're using bigger servers with lots more people in them, you know, results may vary, so you're going to have to remember, you're going to have to restart more, and you may well have to reset more. At some point, the loot economy could stop working, but everything seems pretty stable. And the links to all the files are in the YouTube description down below. You might have to click more, and all you do is, well, the best way to do it is to replace all the, is to reset the XML files on your Nitrado server. Once you've reset them, you then want to stop the server, upload my files to replace the specific ones, you know, the ones in the same places. There's only about 4 or 5, I think. And then you want to go to the general menu, hit the little button that says make sure you don't reset XMLs when you restart, and then you want to reinstall the server, so you do it on a clean wipe, so it will wipe everything off. And during the install process, keep an eye on that general screen, keep refreshing it, and if the little box becomes ticked that says reset XML files, untick it and then save it, and then go through your normal server setup routine, and then it should all work. So what do you get with this set of mods? Well, as you probably know, my Scalespeeder gaming private server is a PvE only, player versus environment, so they're kind of based around this. And a little bit of a warning first. So this software is provided as is, without warranty of any kind, express or implied, including but limited to the warranties of merchantability, fitness for a particular purpose, and non-infringement. In no event shall the authors or copyright holders be liable for any claim, damages, or other liability, whether in an action or contract, tort or otherwise arising from, out or of, in connection with the software or the use of other dealings with this software. So, first things first. Change of items spawning in damage is greatly decreased. Basically, everything that spawns in should basically be pristine. I'm pretty sure almost everything is. There is 1 more bear that spawns and 1 more wolf pack that spawns. I've doubled the number of potential helicopter crash sites from 3 to 6, and there's a chance that one of those, well, or a number of those crash sites could be the C-130 cargo plane. That's one of my favourite mods, actually. I like coming across the C-130. So they're still pretty rare. 6 on the whole of the map. Remember, it's a maximum of 6. Doesn't mean there's always 6. And to kind of go along with that, the dynamic event loot weapons that spawn with Heli Crashes only, like the FAL or the LAR, and the VSS and the VSD or the SVD, and the mags and ammos for those have doubled. Okay, and also the LAR, the VSS and the VSD are now counted only on the map. So normally the way that DAYZ handles those weapons is it counts whether you've got them in your hands or whether you've got them in a stash or they're buried underground, and then it would say, well, that counts as 1, but now that doesn't happen. It's only if they're on the map they're counted, so you can have a lot more of those on the map. This is one that I particularly like. The ADA 4x4 Jeep, the little baby Jeep, spawns with tyres, rad, battery and spark plug and a jerry can of fuel in the boot. So all players need to do is just fill up the fuel from that jerry can, go to the nearest town or river, fill up the jerry can with water, fill up the radiator, and you're good to go. And the number of aiders that spawn, I've doubled to a maximum of 20. So there should be 20 of these babies maximum scattered around the map at any one time. Now they're still as glitchy as hell, alright, cars in DAYZ on console, so although you've got more chance of driving one, good luck. Now for some quality of life stuff. So compass spawns and nail spawns have increased by 25% or a quarter. Duct tape and sharpening stone spawns have increased by 25%. Water bottles and canteens have increased by 25%. Weapons. So the Mosin and the SKS and the associated ammo now also spawn in towns and villages as well as military and hunting places. And the Mosin and the SKS should spawn with scopes attached. They shouldn't have any ammo in them. They may well have some ammo in them. I've noticed a little bug, you just saw me doing it there actually, where it seems to be, and I think this is probably a bug with DAYZ, when you pick up a gun that's sometimes got ammo already in it, the gun will act like there's no ammo in it. So you have to take, in the case of a Mosin or an SKS, take the bullets out and then load them back in. Or if it's got a magazine, sometimes you've got to take the magazine off and put it back on again. The SG5K and the USG45 with the associated ammo and magazines now also spawn in police stations and fire stations, and they're also military tier 1, 2 and 3, so that means it's easier to find a submachine gun. Where the attachments are hasn't changed, they'll still be in the military places, but you'll still get the random attachments when these guns spawn in. The M4A1 and the AK-74 assault rifle and the associated ammunition and mags now spawn in tier 1, 2 and 3 military places instead of just, I think, 3 and 4. And also, this is a big one, all the coloured and black variants of AKs and M4s now spawn in, as well as the coloured and camo Mosans, and they'll spawn in tier 3 and tier 4 military places. All coloured and black variants of attachments for those guns now spawn in, and they'll spawn in military places tier 3 and 4, so a little bit harder to find. Now, magazines should spawn in with significantly more ammo, either full or a couple of bullets off full, and all guns should spawn in with mags if they take a mag. So the idea of this is that it's adding that fun back in. You know, you pick up a gun, it's good to go. It's got bullets in it. You know, you can crack on. Apart from the ones that don't have magazines, like the SKSs and the Mosans, the ones with internal magazines. And then there's a load of surprises as well, which I'm not going to talk about. You can find them, and your people will find. But anyway, there we go. So download the files, follow the instructions I said before to install them, and it's all free. And if you find it useful and helpful, there's a nice little PayPal link to donate at the top, so I can carry on doing this sort of thing. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.